I'm Steph Hodge with Board Game Geek here with Jim Long of RA's Games, and we're looking at Battlestar Galactica, Starship Battles. Now, can you tell us a little bit about this?
So this is space combat. It's actually no atmosphere, so the ships move like you'd expect them to move in space. Meaning you have to deal with momentum, you can move one way and shoot another way, and everything's done through simultaneous movement and combat system.
Oh, excellent. And so...
Got a couple pieces here. So the very first thing to look at is the control panel. So this is actually where you plot your moves. So how fast you're going to go, whether you're going up, going down, what your kinetic energy is, so that you understand what that is, because since there's no friction to slow you down or need to continually move forward, your kinetic energy, you have to balance that when you're making your move.
Oh, okay.
Like many games in the Wings of Glory line, which this is certainly a part of that system, you have a movement card, and so when you want to move, you would plot your movement in secret. When it's time to play the moves, you move your starship along the route and go from there. The thing that makes this a little bit different, however, is that you can actually plot turns. So even though you're going this way, you can actually plot to turn, get a shot, even though you may be going this way, turn to get a shot at the Viper.
That's
so
awesome.
now you have to deal with other things as well.
That is really cool. So that's what all of these...
All the different cards do. And then there's also velocity as well. So for example, on a card like this, depending on what your velocity is, your speed, you may go through here where you're going quite a bit further, or you may be a fairly short. Exactly, depending on how you're moving. Exactly.
So you have a hand of these cards that you're using.
Right. So you get to pick when you're plotting your move. You plot in advance. So let's say this turn I'm going to do this, and this turn I'm going to do this. So then I play this, and then next turn I'll play this, and so you constantly have your full deck to look at, but you're plotting
a little bit of programming here.
Exactly.
That's really cool.
Exactly.
And I assume we get different powers from different players.
Exactly. So each ship is different, so the deck of cards actually matters. So the Cylon ship and the Viper, for example, have completely different decks because they behave differently. So you have to factor that into your movement. In addition, they have different structures and different combat abilities. So, for example, look at these two. Okay, and here we go. So the Cylon has an attack of 6, a structure of 15, and an acceleration of 4, which means it's actually a little bit better ship than the Viper.
I see.
Okay, and so how combat works is your attack plus the roll of 2 dice. If it reaches the target number, you hit. Damage is done by applying, I don't have the ruler out, but it's done by applying damage. When the amount of damage equals the structure, the ship is eliminated.
I see.
So, very straightforward, very easy to understand.
How many players is this?
As many as you want. We've had Wings of Glory games that have gone over 100 players.
Oh my gosh.
So we can just keep setting tables out as far as you have people to play.
A lot of combat.
It's a lot of combat, and the game handles it really well. So it doesn't matter whether you've got 2 people playing or whether you've got 40 people playing. The game plays at the same pace, so there's not a lot of downtime. You're doing your turns, you're plotting, you're moving, you're having combat, and then you're planning again. It's very, very fast to play. So even when we had 100 players, you can play a complete game in under an hour and 40 minutes.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Pretty nice. We've also added the different characters, so we have the different pilots as well. So Apollo here is going to behave differently than Starbuck, who's going to behave differently than Hot Dog. So their flaws and their talents actually apply as well. So you get a whole lot of thematic variation between Apollo and his Viper versus Starbuck and her Viper.
I see, that sounds great. And that's available at the show?
It's available at the show. We brought in 2.5 pallets of product, and we're down to less than half a pallet.
Wow, so you're going fast.
It's going fast.
Excellent.
Exactly.
That's going to be available at regular retail channels?
Regular retail. It's going out to retail right now as well, so it'll be there any day now.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Jim, for showing us Battlestar Galactica Starship Battles.
Thank you.